Hi Taurus, it's Mel. Welcome to your reading for the month of September. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's go ahead and get started. Taurus, what I'm seeing from the cards here is that you went through a big breakthrough in the recent past, some sort of transformation, and I feel like this has to do with your identity, especially with Uranus transiting through Taurus. There's a big change, especially Taurus suns. There's been a big change in yourself, in your personality, in your identity overall. And I feel like however this transformation took place, whatever new thing that you did in the recent past, something that kind of shook you, took you out of your comfort zone and deeply changed you, you've come back and you're feeling very refreshed. You're feeling very revitalized, which I love that for you guys. Now, the issue that I'm seeing here is in the month of September, getting back to the routine, getting back to the same old, everyday, consistent routine, basically. I see that you may be struggling to go back to the boring or mundane things. Go back to your job, back to school, whatever it is you guys are doing. You feel like even though you transformed and you've changed, you feel like a new person, definitely. But you feel like you didn't change as much as you wish you could have, or as much as you think is possible. And for some of you, you may be feeling like going back to the routine is dampening that transformation that took place, that revitalization of yourself. Honestly, what I'm seeing here is just that you went through a big change, like a reawakening of yourself. And now you're trying to find that equilibrium between, the same old routine and keeping that new transformed version of yourself that you really enjoyed being or emerging into. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. A lot of you with this Ace of Cups here coming in the present moment. Ace of Cups coming in and the Knight of Cups in the reverse up top. What I'm getting from this is that whatever energy you've gotten from this situation, this whole revitalization of yourself, you're keeping it to yourself. You're not using this energy, spreading it out, giving it to everyone around you. You're keeping it to yourself and using it wisely, which I really like. I like that you're not giving out to others and you're just keeping it to yourself for once. I really like that. Alternatively, you are coming up to the Three of Cups here, which is telling me that you may be a little bit withdrawn from friends, family, from those close to you, really focusing on yourself and who you are in this period of time. Let's see, what's this Ace of Cups, please? Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you've cut out an old version of yourself, you've emerged into a new one, and you're pouring all of your energy into that. You're pouring all of your energy into that. Show me the Hierophant, please. Oh. Show me the Hierophant, please. Five of Swords in the reverse. The Hierophant in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse. What this is telling me is that, again, struggling to going back to the place where you came from. Going back to that same old routine, same old structure that you once had. You feel like doing this is pulling you back to who you used to be. But I don't think that's true. I feel like whoever you've become now, that's the version that's sticking around, no matter how much you may feel like you're going backwards. Show me this Knight of Cups, please. Now, this transformation could have taken place from a trip, from a new adventure, new hobby, new friendship. Could be a new relationship for some of you, but this is general. So, Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're waiting for more. You're waiting for a deeper transformation of yourself. You're waiting for something more. You want to re-emerge again. I feel like you love that feeling of being brand new or just feeling refreshed, because you haven't had this feeling for a while now. And you feel like you weren't done completely transforming. Like there was still work to do. Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like you may be struggling with, again, your responsibilities. Going back to the routine. The Tower here. Show me the Tower, please. And the Moon in the reverse. This was a change in the way you viewed yourself. It was a moment of clarity for a lot of you. It was a moment of seeing beneath the surface, seeing beneath that first layer and going very, very deep, exposing everything that was within you. All that darkness, and seeing it visually, it's kind of like coming face to face with the deepest parts of you. And I feel like that's where the transformation took place. That's what helped you transform. And it was deeply uncomfortable. It feels deeply uncomfortable, but it was necessary. And now, because you're not used to changing so much, Taurus, I feel like you kind of took a liking to this change and you want to experience more of it. Because I feel like there's been a lot of growth here. A lot of growth that you feel is not done yet. Yeah, you're not satisfied. The World in the reverse, the growth isn't done. You're not satisfied with where you're at. You feel like there's more growth to be made, more progress that you could have had. Perhaps if you stayed longer wherever you were. Perhaps if you continued being a little bit uncomfortable, stepping out of your comfort zone for a little while longer. Show me this Three of Cups, please. King of Swords. Because of this transformation, Taurus, I feel like a lot of you are kind of done. I'm just going to say it the way I see it. A lot of you are done people pleasing. A lot of you are done lying to make people feel better, those close to you. A lot of you are starting to tell it like it is. A lot of you are just being very upfront, very, very upfront, very honest, very real, which is good, but people around you aren't used to that. They're used to the people pleaser version of yourself. They're not used to that. So they feel like there's something off with you. They feel like there's something wrong. Something's not quite right. And I don't think you're being cold or anything. It's just you're telling it like it is. You're being honest up front. And if there's no reason to smile or laugh or whatever, you're not going to do so. You're not going to do so. I also see a lot of you are seeing through the facade of a lot of people around you. A lot of you may see straight through certain people in your environment. Now, Justice coming in here. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, a lot of you are definitely focusing on yourselves. It's not that you're being unjust. It's just that the time and energy is going back into you. The time and energy is definitely going back into you. Alternatively, because you are done with certain people's bullshit. They may not want to put in time or any time into seeing you or to developing a further relationship with you. You could be losing some friends in September, Taurus, unfortunately, but that's the way it has to be. Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in the reverse. Trying to find that balance, that equilibrium within yourself and cutting out the bullshit, like I said. Cutting things out. You had a lot of baggage that you needed to get rid of, and I feel like this transformation of yourself helped you see what you needed to let go of. Now, whatever is left, you're trying to find that balance, how to put in your time and energy evenly between everything that you have left. But you've definitely dropped a lot of baggage in the recent past. The High Priestess is the final outcome. So you're seeing things very, very clearly now. Your intuition is on point. Queen of Cups, yeah. Whatever feeling you have, whatever gut feeling comes over you whenever you're dealing with someone, with a situation, a person, whatever it is, however you feel in that moment, follow that instinct because it's not going to lead you astray. I feel like you have a lot of power that you can tap into in your intuition. And it may leave you feeling a little bit isolated and abandoned because you get such a negative hunch from a lot of people in your environment. A lot of people that were only looking out for themselves. But that's part of the whole transformation, unfortunately. You experienced the good, which was transforming yourself, coming out, emerging as a new version of yourself. Now the bad is having your environment reflect that back to you. Because if you had whoever was in your past, Six of Cups, whatever version of yourself you were in your past, whoever was around you was used to that version, that past old version of yourself. Now you're a new version of yourself, so that means you need a new environment. You need new people. The old people that were in your life no longer fit the bill. And that shows right here. So it may be time to look for new relationships, look for new people to be around. I feel like you will be developing new friendships, new relationships. We have the Ace of Cups here still. So there's definitely a lot of new coming in. Embrace it. What advice do we have for Taurus in the month of September, please? Eight of Swords in the reverse. Definitely don't overthink the whole transformation thing. Don't overthink how much you could have done or what more you could have done in the situation. Whatever progress you made is a progress that you had to make. And this doesn't mean that you're never going to change again. This doesn't mean that you're never going to transform again. You're never going to evolve. Because you will. This is a lifelong process. It's not done. The world is in the reverse. It's not done. You still have a long way to go. You have your whole life to go. See? Don't overthink it. Embrace the new. Put yourself out there. Okay? But definitely don't overthink it. Don't try to force any further change, because that's not how this whole thing happens. Taurus, that was your reading for September. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I'll see you next time. All the best. Bye for now.